Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Falcons here in the city of Brookline, Massachusetts, the home of your Fisher College Falcons. This afternoon's women's volleyball contest features the visiting Bengals at the University of UMFK versus your own Falcons of Fisher College. Fisher College, the Continental Play Conference in the NAIA, asks that you join us in supporting character-driven intercollegiate athletics. Help us create a positive and competitive environment by showing respect for today's student-athletes, officials, and spectators. Fisher College is committed to the NAIA's creating character principles of integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership at all times, and ask for your help to create a positive playing environment. Keep playing, keep learning, keep growing, game on. Learn more about opportunities to play in the NAIA at naia.org. The national anthem provides student-athletes and fans an important and time-honored opportunity to honor our country and recognize its principles. The NAIA asks that you now stand and obey them. Please remove your caps as we pay our respect to America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Now it's time to meet the Sunlights. First to the visitors, the University of UMFK Bengals. A junior from Mesa, Arizona, number 6, Tyshawn Miller. A junior from London, England, number 7, Elizabeth Spangola. A freshman from Warsaw, Poland, number 9, Aurelia Saxon-Costa. A freshman from Brandon, Florida, number 14, Lauren Rosenthal. A freshman from Fredericktown, Ohio, number 16, Lillian Rose. And a senior from Bronx, New York, number 17, Ziggy Stewart Greer. Head coach for the Bengals is Katie Tiger. And now, the Summer Freedom Fisher College Falcons. A junior from Bravo, Puerto Rico, number 2, Sofia Campos. A freshman from Carolina, Puerto Rico, number 5, Yanis Galera. A senior from Bengals, Puerto Rico, number 8, Valeria Sosa. A junior from Ponce, Puerto Rico, number 11, Jezebel Bernard. A freshman from Hazel Green, Alabama, number 12, Kayla Arnold. A sophomore from Ponce, Puerto Rico, number 14, Alondra Faranasi. And a sophomore from Toa Alta, Puerto Rico, number 15, Natalia Ramirez. Head coach for the Falcons, Najee Manalo.
From the Pappas Gymnasium in Brookline, Mass, this is Fisher Women's Volleyball here on LSP. It is senior day, and we've got a doubleheader for you between the Falcons with a record of 15-10 and the UMaine Fort Kent Bengals with a record of 4-15. Good afternoon, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. You just heard the dulcet tones of Anthony Perry on the PA, and Ricardo Carmbo is going to be working the camera for us as we'll show you the last home game in the careers of the Fisher College seniors. Valeria Soto, there's the only senior actually on the roster. But senior night nonetheless, and we're going to see if Falcons can make it 3 or 4 out of 4 against the Bengals this year. They swept a doubleheader up north earlier this year. UMaine Fort Kent entering play at 4-15. They have not won a game on the road this year, and they are coming off 5 consecutive losses, 3 of them by way of the sweep. And last one coming against Thomas College in Waterville on Wednesday night as a 3-0 final in favor of the Terriers. The Bengals will return to Fort Kent for their final 2 home games of the year against UMPI on Sunday. We are underway, Fisher in white and Fort Kent in blue. Or Fort Kent in black, rather. White and blue. Color that starts with BL. I've been saying this on a handful of platforms I've been working on this week that y'all knew stuff I'm had on my plate. I think you would understand. You'd show me the sympathy I need for me and my last remaining brain cell. Not that you don't. I love you all. An attack error is going to give Fort Kent the first point of the game. Jade McCafferty will give us the first service from the Bengals. She's the primary setter for the Bengals with 272 assists on the year. Here's Natalia Ramirez. Serve is not returned. It's an ace for Natalia. It's 33 on the year entering play, which is fourth on the team. And she might be making a run for the team lead in that department. Hang on. Ball came out over here. If this keeps up. But the Falcons celebrating maybe a little bit too early on that one. Credit to the Bengals for not giving up on the play, but the pass over to the left side is out of the reach of Shing Stewart Greer. 4-1. As a service error, that will give the point to Fort Kent. Now, both Fort Kent points so far have been due to Fisher errors, an attack error and now a service error, and now Lillian Rose serving. Rose punches it over, digs it out, and pushed out towards the corner, but saved by Ramirez. And from the right side, Rose doing the work. That is pushed too far over the end line for a point for the Falcons. That one goes out or the near side. The return error resulting ace for Sofia Campos, junior libero, wearing the powder blue jersey today. Set goes over the net and turns into this opportunity that's kept alive by Rose. Yeah, that's 4, I was going to say. 7-2. This is a doubleheader, remind you. Game 2 will happen right after this. Well, actually, after this, and then the Senior Day ceremony. The ace for Campos, who has 44 saves on the year entering play, which is second on the team. Farinacci is the team leader in that department. And once again, Fort Kent gifted a point there on the error. Here's Lauren Rothenbusch. Right side. That did take a deflection off the Falcons at the net and then out. So first kill of the match for Fort Kent goes to Stuart Greer. Only has 31 on the year in 47 sets. That is blocked. Stuart Greer and McCafferty teaming up to get the Bengals within 3, 8-5. Got a whistle and something over to our right, or now someone got shown a yellow? Not sure what the issue is, but oh, jewelry, I guess. And since when is style a foul? Come on. Phenomenal relay. Campos hurdling her own teammate. And then, oh, can't knock the hustle. Campos twice. Velez giving up the body, but all of a sudden it is 8-6. Rothenbusch to serve. 8-7, what a run here by Fort Kent. 5 in a row and a chance to tie this first set. Rothenbusch has 14 aces on the season entering play, which is 4th on the team. Right side, digs that one out. Finally, back on the board are the Falcons and avoid coughing up an early 8-2 lead. misread as the ball flowing over the far side for Spiridonova. 10-7. Behind the back knuckleball to keep that point alive. That popped off the heads of Stuart Greer and McCafferty. Soft touch by Spiridonova, gets it over. That is blocked. Miller feeling it after that one. 10-8. Stuart Greer. That gets inside the line. Out of Stuart Greer's reach. Well past Rose. 11-8. Perfectly placed in the near left corner. Soft touch for Spiridonova, dug out. And everyone wanted a piece of that one. It's popped up. Sent right back over. (12-8) here in set number one. Largest lead has been 6 for Fisher. 8-2 was that margin. Spiridonova sends it over. Up the gut, and that is too long. Good read by Stuart Greer to watch that one go over the end line. 12-9. Elizaveta Spiridonova will serve. Scooped over. Zakoska celebrating that point. Wearing the white jersey, obviously. She doesn't get a whole lot of opportunities to attack. She only had six kills on the year entering play. That one gets inside the line for Ramirez. 13-10, but good job by the Bengals, hanging in there, not allowing things to unravel. See a 8-2 start for the Falcons, and tough spot for a team that has to travel a long way to come down here, the Boston area. Rose dugout. Left side, Ramirez. Kept alive. Maybe scooped. Back line. Pushed over, and great read to keep that one alive, and then that takes a deflection. A kill for Lillian Rose, who is the only player on the roster for Fort Kent so far this year with over 100 kills, 140 entering play today, in fact. And too much mustard on that one for Zakoska. 14-11. By comparison, the Falcons have 3 players with triple-digit kills this year. Farinacci is not one of them. Again, she's the primary setter for Falcons with 687 assists on the year. 15-11. Farinacci does have the most aces, though, on the squad with 50 in 23 games, 81 sets. Got a little too deep on Stuart Greer, and it's going to be an ace for the team leader in that department. 16-11. Float that one, did Rose. Ramirez. (17-11) and a timeout called by the Bengals. LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the updated link and codes in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your support of whatever this is. Which you can also do by sponsoring future content for as little as $25 a spot. Email yours truly for all the deets if you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. 17-11 here in set number 1. Fisher in the third of 4 matches this year against UMFK. Swept the first 2 up north, and now on the return trip on senior day, no less, hoping to keep that trend going. Fisher is on a little bit of a, had been on a little bit of a schneid as of late. They lost their first 5 CAC matches before coming home to sweep a doubleheader 3-0 against Vermont State Linden, and then you saw the Bay Path game on this here YouTube channel, but then got swept by Bates on Wednesday 3-0. So hoping to right the ship here. Get back on the winning track. After this, 2 games at Washington Adventist on Sunday, and then Falcons will wrap up the season at Albertus Magnus on Tuesday, November 4th. That one gets down for Kayla Arnold. Ramirez, second on the team in kills at 286. It gets over. Left side. That is out. Off of UMFK. For the kill for Velez. Leads the team in kills, entering play at 332. Punch to the near side where pretty vacant, but it's pushed back over. And that gets down short of the net. That's on me, folks, sorry. That is out. Right size, wrong shape for the Falcons on that rejection. An ace. Rose has 24 aces on the year entering play. She is tied for second on the team. Cafferty leads the squad in aces for Fort Kent. Spirinova gets that one down. So again, Fort Kent hanging tough. 2015 I wish it was. Oh, great read, sending it backwards and back to Velez. Send that over. That's blocked. That gets down inside the line. So often in volleyball, you don't think of having to pass backwards to set up an attack, or at the very least, some kind of return. There's one right there. 21-16. Rothenbusch to serve. Set it up the right side, and that gets down for Jezebel Bernard. Past 75 kills on the year now is Jez. Velez is rejected. Diana Rios with the service there. Velez with the service. Ramirez gets it off of Stuart Greer, and it is set point for the Falcons. But first, a timeout by the Bengals. When I say LSP is something for everyone since 2011, I, by God, mean it. Sports, live events, pet sitting and walking, tech help, errands, and a whole lot more. Find our Thumbtack page or Linktree LSP37 or email yours truly so we can proceed to give you what you need. And of course, the LSP store is open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Email yours truly for game videos, or go to Creative Spring for merch. 24-17, and set point forthcoming for the Falcons. So Fort Kent using both their timeouts this set, and Fisher 1 point away. Rose from behind the line. Ramirez gets the kill and gets the set for Fisher, 25-17. Welcome back to set number 2 of Fisher Women's Volleyball Senior Day here on LSP. Sam Field here with you from Pappas Gymnasium in Brookline, Mass. 25-17 was the score of set number 1 in favor of the Falcons. Fort Kent just hit .086 for a hitting percentage in that first set. So they serve to start set number 2. And it's sent over. Oh, friendly fire. Campos has to send it over and gets the kill. Now I've seen both liberos pick up a kill in this one. That's us. That's where we are. That's where you're watching. Stuart Greer, you'll get that one behind the crowd on the left side. That gets inside the line. Farinacci. The Fisher bench is really into it. I love it. Yeah, whoa. Fisher bench, woo. Campos. Yaris. Hits the light. It's still live. Nope, that was over from behind the antenna, so that'll be a point for Fort Kent. It's working a hockey game right before this one, and puck went out of play near one of the ceiling light fixtures, and here's Velez with the bullet. Don't want to see one of those shatter. I don't know if they have the music from The Natural queued up ever at a hockey game. Campos. Too strong. Back and forth we go in this second set. very late hit by Miller. Goes into the net on the attack, error by Rose. Well, mini run here thanks to Diana Rios. That's out. Seven, 6. Les hesitates, gets it over, and I got the libero to her knees buckle. Get the libero's knees to buckle. Fingertip control. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh! Yeah. I was going to say, had the soft touch, but over the line when hitting it, so it's 7-7. Free ball off the serve for Fort Kent. It's blocked and unable to keep it going. And Fort Kent in the lead here, 8-7. Velez powers it through the block attempt of both McCafferty and Miller. 8-8. Somehow got it over. Persistence pays off. We have a mascot? That one goes long, and Fort Kent up by 2 here, 10-8 in set number 2. Fisher won the first one. 25-17, and good read by Rios to watch that one go. 10-9. Arnold's back in for Fisher. That somehow just barely got over. And that gets through for Arnold. Third kill now for Arnold. And then the service error straight into the net for Soto. She comes out. Campos comes back in. 11-10. Fort Kent on top. Coach not going to call a timeout. Not here. Woo! Arnold making a beeline for the back line. 12-11. Farinacci. It's interesting to see Fort Kent get a good number of their points, especially in this set, by just putting Fisher in unwinnable situations. And that 4, yeah, exactly. And Coach Nass's going to call timeout with Fort Kent up in set number 2, 14-11. Right down with the sound called LSP. Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Find the subscribe button. Membership's also available. Thanks for 1,000 subscribers. PayPal Creator Spring, LSP 37. It's the right thing to do. Out of the timeout, Fort Kent service up 14-11. Arnold having a nice little run here. Oh, that got inside the line. Fisher fans not happy with the call. 15-12. That was too strong. Arnold gets a seat. She's now up to 5 points on the match, 4 kills. One block, pushed over. Yep. Campos to serve for the tie. Gets the ace. Her third of the match. Back to where we started here in set 2, 15 apiece. That one's too strong though. So Campos now has 3 aces, but also 3 service errors. Punch right back. Soft touch. Campos is there. That'd be Ramirez. Again? Rios back on. Oh, wow. Diana Rios, unorthodox to say the least with that delivery, but whatever works, right? Fisher back in the lead, 17-16, stopping right up against the line when she does. Like not jumping, not running into it. She's gotten back-to-back aces out of it, and she's coaxed a timeout out of Fort Kent. LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use a link and codes on the screen or in the description, the updated ones in fact, for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of, say it with me, whatever this is. Out of the timeout, 18-16. Rios to serve. Goes back to the near side. Fisher forced to play it. That goes into the net. 19-16. Velez. Line drive. Returned. Yep, send it back, and then Rios will scoop it. Up the gut, Campos is there. (21-16). Can't knock the hustle by both Velez and Rios, but that puts an end to a 6-0 run by Fisher. And the service by Spiridonov goes into the net. 22-16, it's now in the hands of Velez. The third time that's happened this set. (23-17). Behind the antenna? I guess it wasn't. And didn't have the best view in that particular spot. Not going to matter anyways. It's now set point for the Bengals. For the Falcons, rather. I'm okay. I promise. Oops, did I do that? Was the reaction, the expression on Ramirez's face as she puts an end to set number 2. Once again, 25-17. Welcome back to set number 3 of Fisher Women's Volleyball Senior Day here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from Pappas Gymnasium in Brookline, Mass. 25-17 was the final score of each of the first 2 sets, and now set 3 forthcoming. As Fisher looks for their 3rd consecutive sweep of Fort Kent with another game after this, but before that game, we'll have the Fisher Senior Day ceremony. We're not going to open a new stream for that one. We will have both games on this one stream, so you don't have to worry about going back and going back to the channel and open a new link or anything like that. Into the scorer's desk and then finally scooped over. Arnold with the Thunder, 2-0. Well, there's some spots in that second set that allowed Fort Kent to get out to a lead where they put Fisher in one too many no-win situations. That's the theme of the start of this third set, however, 4-0, and Falcons asserting their authority here. Ramirez popped back and then punched over. Cafferty having to throw herself all over the gym. Fine efforts on these first few points of the third set to try and keep Fort Kent in it. Hopefully crack this goose egg sooner rather than later, but didn't even have to be anything Fort Kent did. It's a service error. So here is Cafferty. He's got 1 kill and 2 solo blocks so far. Pushed over with the fingertips. Nope. And again, can't knock the hustle. It is 6-1. Got past the block attempt. Looked like it was a sure thing for the kill right then and there. Saved, and then Sakoska tried to return it in the end. Again, a no-win situation. For Fort Kent, and that one dies on Fort Kent's side of the net. It is a 7-1 start to this one for Fisher. Punch right back to whence it came. And then killed, 8-1. Ramirez from the near side, rose, and then scooped over by Sakoska. Rose, rejected. Service error by Ramirez. Those are the only 2 points of the set so far for the Bengals. 2 Fisher service errors. Rose came down on top of that one too much. Whistle from the official saying, hey, let's not lose it here. Obviously frustrated, though, is Rose. I'm not faulting her for being frustrated. Touch the net. Yeah, they get someone contacting the net with Stuart Greer. 11-2. Too strong. 12-2. Hitting percentage has not been great, though, in this one for Fisher. And that's the third service error of this set. And that's how Fort Kent's gotten all their points in this set. Only hitting 115, but Fort Kent is hitting only 015. Fisher halfway home here in set 3, looking for the sweep. Well, it is senior day. Soto deserves some love here. Keshawn Miller was frozen in time there watching McCafferty. Go for that one. And we got to have clean up on. Everyone's chipping in. Get Rios involved more, please. It's her night. Floor official coming over to the Fisher bench for some instructions, I guess. I didn't catch what was said, but apparently people got a laugh out of it. Whatever makes you happy, I guess. Velez dropped back. Instead of being in position to accept the pass, a little communication breakdown by Fisher there. Was expecting the pass to come there clearly. Now she'll step into this one, and it's too strong. That was fanned on, but it was too strong, so Stuart Greer doesn't have to worry about that swing and a miss. And here's Spiridonov. Fanned on by Rios. Is that the first kill of the set for Fort Kent? Again, another one there. 18-8. Good read. Easy to give up on that one. Oofa! Rose. Straight into Rios. 18-9. Fort Kent's trying to turn it on here, but is it too little too late? Things might be snowballing a little here for Fisher, and as such, timeout Falcons. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. Still playing breathing room right now for the Falcons, but this run by Fort Kent has got them into double digits in a set that I wasn't looking for or sure that they would get even that far. Took the wrong angle off the set by Spiridonov, and point to Fisher. Soto. Oh, misread. Another bad angle there. She's trying to get it over to her left. Rose standing, hit, and oh, car crash there along the end line as Soto and Velez able to get out from that little rubble. 20-11. Zakosko to serve. Back towards the middle and just trickles over the net. Ramirez with the kill. Bernard back in. And you have to bring the mop out after that last slip, that last play. Cafferty to serve. Ramirez. Rose, rejected. But out. 21-13. Easy game for Kayla Arnold, having one of her best games of the year on this one. Now with 8 kills. One behind Ramirez for the game high. Tied with Rose for second most. And that gets inside the corner for the ace. Oh, merry-go-round. Ramirez and the Falcons celebrating that one. 23-13. And it is now match point for the Falcons. Ramirez. That goes out. Bengals still alive. Rose, who has a fan in the chat right now. Can't stop that bullet. And Fisher sweeps Fort Kent 25-14 in set 3. And with the win, Fisher is now 16-10 on the year, and Fort Kent is 4-16. And we're going to leave it here as we await the Senior Day ceremony before our second game of this doubleheader.
Hi everyone. These words are on behalf of the whole team and our coach. For our senior, we have no words to describe how much we love you and how much we will miss you. You are a super fun, energetic person with a smile that brightens everyone's day. Thank you for so many memories, so many moments, and even falls. Never forget that you have a whole team supporting you and that they will always be there for you. We are so proud of you. Never give up. You will go far. We hope you accomplish all of your goals and dreams. Para nuestra pequeña Saltamonte, with all our love, your team.
The no senior day with our acknowledgement of the lone senior from the University of Portland, number 17, Zane Stewart Greer.
After honoring the one senior on each squad, Zane Stewart Greer for UMFK and Valeria Soto for Fisher. We are ready for game 2 of our Fisher Women's Volleyball Senior Day doubleheader here on LSP. Fisher sweeping the first match by scores of 25-17, 25-17, and 25-14. That victory got them to 16-10 on the season. The loss put Fort Kent at 4-16. Sam Field here with you. Ricardo Carmbo's on camera. AP playing the voice of God. We are underway in our second game. This is a doubleheader. Lily Rose, who's got a fan club in the chat apparently. Stuart Greer, who's got a fan club in person. That gets down. Was wide right. 2-0 start to this one for the Bengals. Well, this is not the best start to the match here for Fisher after got away with a sweep in the first one. That one, though, gets inside the line. And the Falcons finally on the board. 3-1, and here's Ramirez. Service error. In the third and final set of the first match, the first 5 or 6 points scored by UMFK were because of Fisher errors. They're doing their work here in the early going. 4-1 in set number 1, and that gets inside the line. St. Stuart Greer makes it 5-1. Reasonable start, I would say, for Fort Kent. We're 0-3 now against Fisher this year and have not won a single set. But again, off to a reasonable start in this one. That just trickles over the net. Velez kept alive. Stuart Greer into the net. From the near side, and Ramirez pops it up. Right side, that gets down. Rose and Rothenbush teaming up to make it 6-2. Rothenbush will serve. Rios. Stuart Greer, too strong. That serves too strong. Another error by Fisher, and that's where the bulk of the points have been. Errors by Fisher for the Bengals. Campos follows it. Velez. Push back to Rose. Campos falling back. Rose calling for it, misread. Able to get it over though. Velez with the Thunder. 7-5. Velez to serve. Rotation error on Fort Kent. No service necessary. Sakoska laying out, try and save that one, but Fisher have pulled even. That's too long. Tack error by Fort Kent gives Fisher the lead for the first time in this set. In this match, 8-7. Too strong. Level at 8. All right, chat, give it up for Lily. Gets an ace out of it. Funny what happens. You got the chat on your side. Alec Vivas of the Fisher men's soccer team. Ramirez. And senior day in full effect as Soto will serve. Right to the Fort Kent senior. That gets inside the near left corner. And back, forth and forth we go in this first set. You know, it's funny. They ruled that out off the basketball backboard, but other fixtures, the ceiling are still live. It's not that one, I guess. Just to remind us that we're playing volleyball, not basketball. I don't know. 12-9. Pushing it up with the palm. Love that. Whatever you have to do to keep the point going, but that is too strong by Spartanova. 13-9. Nice little run here by the Falcons to take a 4-point lead in this first set. Soto cannot get it over the net. Puts an end to that little run, but Fisher leading for the first time because of it. And Zakoska gives it right back. Bernard back in. Farinacci to serve. Soft touch, punch right back. Arnold's got some fans in the chat too, but couldn't get that one down. Saved. Campos sends it over, plucked off the court by Stuart Greer, and ends up as a point. Still able to get it over despite coming up short initially. That is off of Rose for a point for the Falcons. 15-11. Last home game in the career of Valeria Soto. Just road games to finish up the regular season for Fisher, as that one is too strong. Fort Kent will finish up its regular season at home against Presque Isle. Oh, wow. That got over the net and was very close, though, to going over the line, but stayed in, and I think Rose playing that might have factored. I think just deflected off her and then out over the line. It pointed down as if it was Does a chair have the power to take a point away from Fort Kent for a play like? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. 18-11. Ramirez again. Like, oh, did I do that? Yeah, you did. 19-11, timeout, Fort Kent. LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the updated link and codes in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of, as always, whatever this is. Which you can also do by sponsoring future content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. Again, I cannot believe my father actually wrote out in an email to me recently. How do you do, fellow grandkids? AP, have you pushed the stats for this one yet? I appreciate you, AP. At any rate. Out of the timeout, Fisher service up 19-11. Uh-oh. No chance. Sent back towards the middle and scooped over by McCafferty, but it's out. 21-11. Soft touch, but kept alive on just the second touch. Sent over nicely by Ramirez, but couldn't get it down. Sent back to the Fisher side where they'll trickle over the net for Bernard. 22-11 in set number one. It's a great start to this set two by Fort Kent. We'll get a point back, though. It was 6-2 in the early going in favor of the Bengals. It's been a 20-6 run since. Campos going to be scooped over by Ramirez. The gut. Ramirez keeps it alive. Now Velez can't find an open space. Ramirez, Campos has to hurdle a teammate again. And then it's sent over by Bernard to the left side, and that is wide. (23-12). Campos to serve. Rose. In the doubleheader that these teams played back up in Fort Kent earlier this season, Fisher swept both matches, but the second one was considerably closer. Sophia Campos just, is that Campos or, excuse me, Soto just toying with him there. I don't know why I thought that was Campos. I'm tired, boss. Rios will check in with set point in her hands. Rose, Campos, Rios, and scooped over by Ramirez. Rose again, that's blocked. Swatted out inside the line. Finding the right angle there. Kaishon Miller. Obviously not a block there, but she is the team leader in those. Oofa! Velez shows you why she's the team leader in kills. And she puts an end to set number one, 25-14. during the intermission, the baseball players came over offering us some chicken from an actual factual cookout that's happening outside. And as someone who did not have lunch today, I'm starting to fade, to be completely honest. No disrespect at all to the teams, but you know, I barely had breakfast. I had to get up early this morning for a CT scan, which I almost slept through. Had to rush into Waltham to do that. Then I had to go down to Bridgewater to call a hockey game before coming up here for this doubleheader. And that chicken is greatly appreciated. Somehow, some way, able to get that one over is Arnold, as we have set number 2 underway. Left side. Too strong. Where the Rose Garden at, eh? On that one, maybe. 1-0 Fisher. Farinacci. Velez backs off in time, 2-0. And wisely letting that one go is Koska for the first point of the set for Fort Kent. Coming up short. (3-1). Hal Ramirez attack here. Moses' pass went backwards, and Zakoska unable to catch up to it. 4-1. Ramirez again to serve. Yeah, I got to scoop that over at that point. Campos getting back into the play to set it up for Bernard. Slide Rose. Campos able to dig it out. Velez into the net. (5-2). Here's Rothenbush. Velez with the soft touch gets it down. Soto back in. Campos to serve. Rose. A little too thorny there on that shot. What? They ruled a deflection off of Fisher? Okay. Okay. Bernard is as confused as anyone. I guess they ruled it went off of her, but... And Rose, now a couple of kills in a row after a reversal of a point about everyone thought was Fisher's, and all of a sudden it's 6-4. Stuart Greer. Campos. And somehow Ramirez scoops it. Popped up. Velez sets and gets it back. Being on top of that one is Bernard to get the point for the Falcons. Rios. Rose led Fort Kent in kills in the first one. Picks up her first kill of this match there. Fisher gets the point back, 8-5. That'll be an ace for Velez. Ow! AP with the cannon. He's a baseball player. Now, if we had Teddy throwing that in, what happens, AP? Does someone get decapitated? Fernacci unable to catch Fort Kent off guard. Velez kept alive. Rose gets a deflection off Campos. Campos might have been able to let that one go. But it is 10-7. Attack error by Ramirez makes it 10-8. And into the net by Sokoska. 11-8. Arnold too strong. Love the reaction by Stuart Greer there. Making just like, my life flashed before me eyes. Arnold hits the antenna. 11-10. Well, it's a familiar feeling from the first set, only in the opposite direction, which Fort Kent got off to a hot start, but Fisher turned it on. They eventually came away with the first set victory, and now things snowballing for the Falcons, and we are tied at 11. Coach not going to call a timeout, not just yet. Ramirez trying for the soft touch. kept alive, left side. Rose, too strong. Falcons wanted a violation on that one attack by Spirito Nova. They get the point in the end, though. Farinacci. Swing and a miss on the dig attempt by Ramirez, and the point to Rothenbush. Level at 12. Service comes up short of the net, and Fisher remains in front, 13-12. Rothenbush. Ramirez gets it over. Well, one official had it down, one official had it out. In the end, it's going to be Fort Kent point. We're level at 13 and have a stoppage real quick as Ramirez is tying her shoe again. So here's Rothenbush. Standing hit by Rothenbush. Velez! Campos to serve. That's inside the line for a point for the Bengals. Still trying to take the lead here after clawing back into this one, and we'll see what Stuart Greer has to say about it. You know, ball. It's all the way down there. I'm not sure what the issue is. Oh. What? I have no idea. I was just... And Velez again ensures that Fisher doesn't fall behind here, 15-14. Lands at the feet of Stuart Greer for an ace for Rios, 16-14. Rose. Where the Rose Garden at, eh? The Rosebuds? Which one do you guys prefer? Certainly would not prefer another service error, that's for sure. 17-15. Stayed in front of the antenna. And it gets down for Soto. 18-15. There's a thorn. 18-6. I'm gonna back off of that. I'm gonna back off those puns now. I'm sure her family appreciates the recognition, though. That's what I try to do. Car crash on the near side, but Fort Kent able to get back in position. Ramirez. 19-16. Arnold back into the fray. Soto to serve. So would that be a kiss from a rose, Danny? Da, 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 da. Oh, do I have a story involving Seal, too? Free ball, and right into position goes Soto. Now Ramirez. (21-16). Ramirez into no man's land. 22-16. Soto, the senior, trying to finish off this run in a set 2 win. Too strong, 23-16. Oh, beautiful. Soft touch. Can't save it that time, though. And off of Arnold's fingertips, Farinacci and Ramirez were there. Ramirez into the net. Rothenbush on top of it. 23-19. Line drive goes out, and now it'll be set point for the Falcons after Fort Kent's little rally is stopped there. Rothenbush doing her part. Keep this one alive. 24-20. Spiridonova to serve. High arcing rainbow, Campos. Dig goes under the net, and Fisher wins set number 2, 25-20. They'll look to sweep the night after this. Set 3 about to get underway. Fisher looking to sweep the day against Fort Kent. That's what you're watching, that's where we are, and that's who we are. We're underway, and a communication breakdown for the very first point of set number 3. Fisher in white, Fort Kent in black. Final home game of the year for the Fisher Falcons. They'll have 4 home games all year on 3 dates. And those who've subscribed to this here YouTube channel this fall have been fortunate enough to see all 3 so far home wins. All straight sets too, right? Ramirez. Hot start here for Fisher, 3-0. Rose able to get back in the play and save it. Ramirez, too strong. (3-1). McCafferty, primary setter for Fort Kent, 272 on the year. Entering play today, that is. Too hot from Rothenbush, 4-1. Fisher's hitting .095 in this one, but Fort Kent only .013. Both teams under 10% hitting. Les watches that one go out on the near side. Someone's got main character syndrome. Oofa! Some anger behind that one for Velez. Some Velez violence there. 7-2. Campos gets. And now, as we've established, the basketball backboard is out of play, but the rafters are not. I could not tell you the logic behind that. Able to get that one over. Rothenbush out of nowhere. Rose gets a deflection. Rose with 7 kills so far. Now here's Rothenbush. Right side, Bernard. Rose Velez. Rios to serve. Rios with her second ace of the match. (11-3) in set 3 here on Fisher Volleyball Senior Day. Rose punched that one into the antenna. Velez, here it comes. Halfway home. Are the Falcons. And Rios puts it into the net. Stuart Greer. Too strong this time from Velez. 13-5. Stuart Greer's got family in attendance, and they love that one. Soft touch this time by Velez. 14-6. And Velez will serve. All right, chat, get up. Here's Rose serving. Campos lays out. Sent over by Soto. Rios finds it. Ramirez. Unable to get it over. Right up against the post. Here's McCafferty. 15-7. The senior. Oh no, oh no. Not into the portrait. (16-7). Sakoska to serve. That's inside the line for Arnold, 17-8. Campos laying out, but couldn't save that one. 17-10. I realize I haven't gotten a chance to do the promos in this match. We only had just the one timeout called by Fort Kent in the first set, right? I might as well get those out of the way next chance I get, which will be this. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Our subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. Thanks for over 1,000 subscribers. PayPal Creator Spring LSP 37. You know you want to do it. Service error. Makes it 19-11. Spiridonova. Campos from behind the line. Velez into the bleachers. The LSP store is open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or several different designs of stickers or shirts, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Email yours truly for game videos or go to Creator Spring for merch. Here it comes from Campos. Goes straight into the net. 20-12. Rios to serve with Fisher 4 points away from victory. Rose. Velez. Back to Rose. Rios keeps it alive. Velez steps into it. When I say LSP is something for everyone since 2011, I by God mean it. Sports, live events, petsing, and walking, tech, help errands, and a whole lot more. Find our thumbtack page or Linktree LSP37 or email yours truly so we can proceed to give you what you need. Rios to serve. Into the net. 22-13. This is a little bit of the opposite. The doubleheader at Fort Kent earlier this season Not in terms of obviously the result. Looks to be another Fisher sweep of both matches. But in this one, Fisher's margin of victory got stronger as the night is worn on. I would chalk that up largely to the commute from Fort Kent to Brookline. And what do I mean by commute, folks? Well, I'll tell you right now, according to Google Maps, it is almost 7 to 8 hours depending on the route you take. Right up against the Canadian border. You're right up against not just the Canadian border, but like the border of Quebec and New Brunswick too. Soft touch by Ramirez. The block sent back, but out. And now it is match point for the Falcons. Rios, the senior, is going to serve for the match. That goes wide, and it's over. Fisher sweeps both matches. Wins set 3, this one 25-16. Fisher improves to 17-10. Fort Kent falls to 4-17. Fine wins, plural, for the Falcons here on Senior Day. Still got a few more games left, and then, of course, the CAC tournament. So with that said, this has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone since 2011. Copyright 2025, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP or Fisher College is strictly prohibited. A reminder that if you'd like to support future LSP content, you can do so by buying shipping shields, the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, using the updated link and codes in the description. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is, which can also be done by sponsoring future content for as little as $25 a spot, hiring us to work your next live event, or anything else we can do for you on any given day, buying some of this fabulous merchandise from the LSP store, or game videos by emailing yours truly, and of course, if you're down with a sound called LSP, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash the subscribe button. Membership is also available, $5 a month. Thanks for over 1,000 subscribers. Let's keep those numbers up, kid. PayPal Creator Spring, LSP 37. It tastes great on a cracker. Once again, the final score from Pappas Gymnasium in Brookline, Mass. It is the Fisher Falcons 3 and the Fort Kent Bengals 0 in both matches. For Anthony Perry, Ricardo Carbo, and all our very rowdy friends here in Brookline, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2025, suckers. Love you, Katrina.